Have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract success effortlessly while you struggle just to keep your head above water? It is not about luck, and it is certainly not about working yourself into the ground for 18 hours a day. There is a hidden code, a specific law of success that 99% of people completely ignore. In the next few minutes, I am going to hand you the keys to that code. If you stay with me until the very end, your understanding of money, happiness, and your own potential will shift forever. We are going to dive deep into a philosophy that has created more millionaires than any other system in history, but we are going to look at it through a fresh lens, applying it to your life right now, today. Let us be honest for a moment. Most of us are walking around on autopilot. We wake up, we check our phones, we go to jobs that drain our energy, and we come home too tired to dream. I know exactly how that feels, because I was there.
I remember staring at my bank account balance, feeling a knot of anxiety in my stomach, wondering if this was all there was to life. I felt stuck, trapped in a cycle of scarcity. But then I discovered that success is not something you pursue, it is something you attract by the person you become. It is a state of mind before it is a number in a bank account. Science tells us that our brains are designed to filter reality based on what we focus on. If you focus on lack, your reticular activating system will literally blind you to opportunities for wealth. But if you reprogram that focus, the world opens up in ways you cannot imagine. Let us start with the foundation. Everything begins with a definite chief aim. This sounds simple, perhaps too simple, which is exactly why most people skip it. Ask the average person what they want, and they will say things like, "I want more money," or "I want to be happy." These are vague wishes, not definite aims. The universe does not respond to vague wishes. Imagine getting into a taxi and telling the driver, "Take me somewhere nice." You would end up driving in circles and getting nowhere. You need a specific destination. A definite chief aim is a precise statement of exactly what you want, when you will achieve it, and what you are willing to give in exchange. Notice the last part, what you are willing to give. There is no such thing as something for nothing. Energy must be exchanged. When I first applied this, I did not just say, "I want to be rich." I wrote down, "By the 1st of January, I will have 50,000 United States dollars in my savings account, and in exchange, I will dedicate 2 hours every evening to building my side business." Do you see the difference? Clarity creates magnetic power. When you have a definite purpose, your subconscious mind goes to work. It starts scanning your environment for resources, people, and circumstances that align with your goal. You stop drifting. Drifting is the primary cause of failure. Most people are like leaves blowing in the wind, moved by the opinions of others, the news, and their own fears. The person with a definite aim is like a ship cutting through the waves with a compass locked on true north. Now, let us talk about the engine that drives this ship. It is called the mastermind. You have probably heard the phrase, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." But the mastermind principle goes much deeper than just hanging out with smart people. It is the understanding that when 2 or more minds come together in a spirit of perfect harmony toward a definite objective, they create a third, invisible, intangible force, which may be likened to a third mind. Think of it like a battery. A single battery has limited power, but link several batteries together and you can power a city. When you align yourself with others who vibrate at the frequency of success, you tap into a collective intelligence that is far greater than your own. However, this is where many of us struggle. We hold on to toxic relationships or stay in environments that suppress our growth because we are afraid of being alone. We worry about what our old friends will think if we start talking about ambition and growth. I had to make the hard choice to distance myself from people who love to complain. You know the type. They gather around the water cooler or the dinner table and compete to see who has the worst life. That is a poverty consciousness mastermind. You need to break free from that. You need to find people who challenge you, who support your vision, and who are also striving for more. This creates a psychic energy that literally propels you forward. It is not just about networking.
It is about energy alignment. Before we go deeper into how to structure your mind for wealth, I want to take a brief second to ask you something. If you are finding value in this video, if you feel a spark of recognition in what I am saying, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps us immensely to keep bringing this kind of content to you. And by engaging, you are signaling to your own brain that this is the kind of information you value. It is a small gesture, but it reinforces your commitment to your own growth. Thank you for being here. Let us move on to a critical aspect that often blocks us: self-confidence. Fear is the great destroyer of dreams. We are programmed biologically to seek safety, not success. Our ancestors needed to be afraid of the rustling in the bushes to survive. Today, that same survival mechanism triggers when we think about asking for a raise, starting a business, or investing our money. We feel the same cortisol spike as if a tiger were chasing us. But here is the truth. Fear is just a state of mind. It is not real. It is a story we tell ourselves about a future that has not happened yet. The antidote to fear is specialized knowledge and organized planning. When you know exactly what you are doing, fear evaporates. Think about learning to drive a car. In the beginning, you were terrified. You had to think about every movement. The fear was high because your competence was low. But now, you probably drive without even thinking about it. Why? Because you have knowledge and experience. The same applies to money. Most people fear poverty because they lack financial literacy. They do not understand how money works, so it remains a mysterious, scary monster. To build self-confidence, you must become a student of your craft. You must over-prepare. When you walk into a room knowing you are the most prepared person there, you vibrate with a frequency of authority that people respect, and money follows. Another pillar of this philosophy is the habit of saving. Now, this is not about pinching pennies or living a life of deprivation. It is about energy management. Money is simply stored energy. If you spend everything you earn, you are leaking energy constantly. You are running on empty. When you save a portion of your income, even if it is just 10%, you are building a reservoir of power. There is a psychological effect to having money in the bank. It changes your posture. It changes how you negotiate. When you do not desperately need the deal, you are more likely to get the deal on your terms. This is the law of attraction in action. Desperation repels. Abundance attracts. Let me give you a practical example. Imagine you are in a job interview. If you have $0 in your account and rent is due in 2 days, you are emanating fear. You will accept a lower salary just to get the job. The interviewer feels that desperation unconsciously. Now, imagine you have 6 months of living expenses saved in an account labeled Freedom Fund. You walk into that interview relaxed, confident, and curious. You are interviewing them as much as they are interviewing you. That energy is magnetic. That is the power of the saving habit. It buys you the freedom to make choices out of inspiration, not desperation. We also need to talk about imagination. Everything you see around you, the phone in your hand, the chair you are sitting on, the building you are in, was once just a thought in someone's mind. Imagination is the workshop of the soul. There are 2 types of imagination: synthetic and creative. Synthetic imagination is rearranging old concepts into new combinations. Creative imagination is where you receive hunches and inspiration from the infinite intelligence. Most of us stop using our imagination after childhood. We are told to be realistic. Being realistic is the fastest road to mediocrity.
You must dare to visualize a life that defies your current logic. Every night before I go to sleep, I run a mental movie of my life exactly as I want it to be. I see myself living in the home I want, helping the people I want to help, feeling the emotions of gratitude and joy. This is not just daydreaming, it is neurological rehearsal. You are priming your brain to recognize the resources you need. If you cannot see it in your mind, you will never hold it in your hand. But you must add emotion. A thought without emotion has no magnetic power. You have to feel the joy of having that 100,000 United States dollars before it actually arrives. This connects to what quantum physics tells us. The observer affects the reality. You are the observer of your life. Now, let us address a very common objection. I do not have the time. This is the greatest lie we tell ourselves. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. It is not about time. It is about priority and intensity.
This brings us to the principle of organized planning. A goal without a plan is just a wish. You need to break your definite chief aim down into yearly, monthly, weekly, and daily actions. What is the one thing you can do today that will move you towards your goal? If you are not doing that thing, you are just busy, not productive. Being busy is a form of laziness, lazy thinking, and indiscriminate action. You must be ruthless with your time. If watching 3 hours of television does not align with your chief aim, it has to go. There is also the principle of doing more than you are paid for. This is a tough one for many people to swallow in today's culture of quiet quitting, but the law of increasing returns is real. If you render more service and better service than you are paid to render, sooner or later you will be paid for more than you do. It is inevitable. It is like planting seeds. You do not plant a seed and demand fruit the next day. You water it, you nurture it, you protect it, and eventually it produces a harvest far greater than the single seed you planted. When you become indispensable, when you serve with excellence regardless of the reward, you set yourself apart from the 99% who only do the bare minimum. You build a reputation, and reputation is currency. Let us talk about failure. We are terrified of it, but in this philosophy, failure is not an end. It is a signal. It is a temporary detour. Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equivalent or a greater benefit. This is a profound shift in perspective. When I lost my job years ago, I thought my world was ending. I cried for days. But looking back, that event forced me to start my own journey, which led me to where I am today. If I had stayed in that comfortable job, I would have stagnated. Nature uses failure to break old shells and force new growth.
So when you face a setback, do not ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Ask, "What is this trying to teach me? What is the seed of benefit here?" This leads us to the concept of a pleasing personality. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but if people do not like you, your path to success will be blocked. This does not mean being fake. It means being genuinely interested in others. It means listening more than you speak. It means having empathy. In a world dominated by screens and digital text, the ability to connect with another human being heart to heart is a superpower. People do business with people they like and trust. Are you the kind of person you would want to work with? Are you dragging negative energy into every room, or are you lighting it up? Your personality is your storefront. Make it inviting. Now, I want to challenge you. I want you to pick one area of your life where you have been drifting. Maybe it is your finances, maybe it is your health, or your relationships. For the next 30 days, I want you to apply the principle of the definite chief aim to that one area. Write down exactly what you want. Be specific. Do not say, "I want to lose weight." Say, "I will weigh 140 pounds by the 30th of next month." Then, write down the plan. "I will walk for 30 minutes every morning." And finally, read the statement aloud twice a day, once just after arising in the morning and once just before retiring at night. As you read it, see and feel and believe yourself already in possession of the goal. This is the challenge. It sounds simple, but it requires discipline. Are you willing to do it? Think about the sheer number of thoughts you have in a single day. Tens of thousands of thoughts. Most of them are repetitive and negative. This is mental pollution. You must become the guardian of your mind. This is the principle of concentration. You must learn to focus your mind upon a given desire until ways and means for its realization have been worked out and successfully put into operation. It is like using a magnifying glass to focus the sun's rays. If you move the glass around constantly, you will never start a fire. But if you hold it steady, the heat intensifies until it ignites. You must hold your focus on your vision with that same intensity. When distractions come, and they will come, you gently bring your attention back to your aim. One of the most powerful tools in this code is autosuggestion. It is the medium for influencing the subconscious mind. We are constantly using autosuggestion, but usually we use it against ourselves. We say things like, "I am so tired. I am never going to get ahead. I am not good enough." Your subconscious mind takes these commands literally and works to make them true. You must hijack this process. You must feed your mind with constructive commands. This is not just positive thinking, it is psychological programming. When you repeat a statement with emotion and faith, you are literally rewiring the neural pathways in your brain. You are building a new highway for your thoughts to travel on. You must understand that for years, your body has been conditioned to be the mind. If you wake up every single morning feeling the exact same emotions as the day before, your body is physically dragging you back into the past. To truly change, you must be greater than your environment, greater than your current conditions, and greater than the feelings engraved in your body. When you teach your body emotionally what the future feels like ahead of the actual experience, you are signaling new genes in new ways. This is not merely positive thinking, it is biological change. Research indicates that sustaining elevated emotions like gratitude and love for just 10 minutes a day can strengthen your immune system and rewrite your neural pathways to ignore stress. So stop waiting for the external world to change so you can finally feel joy. That is the old model of reality, known as cause and effect. We are moving to causing an effect. Start living as if your prayers have already been answered. I challenge you to try this for just 7 days. Every single morning, before you check your phone or drink your coffee, sit for a few minutes and mentally rehearse who you are going to be today. Decide not to react to the traffic or the difficult email with the same old anger. Instead, practice the emotion of your future success until it feels familiar. If this message resonated with your soul, think of that one friend or family member who is constantly living in the past and share this video with them right now. It could be the wake-up call they have been waiting for. Please support this channel by clicking the like button and subscribing so we can continue this evolution together. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.